Hi, welcome to Free Spirit and welcome to another spirit tip, and it's kind of piggybacking on the other video I just did about how to learn tarot easy by heart, and then there were all these other comments, and I've touched on this before in various videos, but I thought I would put it all in one. So this is literally what I do before a tarot reading. This is also what all I do before a tarot reading, whether I'm reading for others here on the channel, the videos that you see on the channel when I'm doing a reading, whether I'm doing a personal reading for someone else, or if I'm doing a tarot reading for myself. So it was funny because I was asked this question and I just thought it was a couple of things, but as I was writing it out, which I'll put it in the description box so you can refer to it besides what I say in the video, it's a lot. It actually was more than what I thought, because what happens is it starts to become very automatic and it all happens very quickly. So even though it seems like a lot, like if you go in the description box of this video and you see everything I've written out, it seems like a lot, but it really isn't. When you're in the mode and you're in, prepping to do a reading, it all happens very quickly, just like things happen very quickly. Everything is so, that's why you'll even notice when I do a reading, I talk very fast because everything is happening very quickly. So what are we going to cover in this video? Every single thing that I do before a tarot reading to prepare to be a clear, loving channel for messages. And that's really what you want to be. You want to be really clear, like an open receiver. I often think of it as a phone call. When you get on a call with somebody, you want to be clear, you want to be open, you don't want to bring anything to that call. And also make sure your energy is good. If you're really tired or fueled up, feeling emotions, you want to clear all that out. So we're going to cover all that. There's a lot that has come up to answer in the comments when it comes to everything that you do before a tarot reading, whether it's for yourself, whether it's what you see on the channel, or for others. Okay, so what do I do before a tarot reading? So way before even doing the reading, way before, whether I was doing it for someone else or for the channel, you have to know you're always divinely connected right now without the cards. So prior to a reading, pay attention to all the messages that you're getting and receiving. So you could literally feel energy. You should stay open. It's almost like your higher self, your spirit guides, your angels, they all know that you're about to do this reading, and you're going to start getting messages. You're going to start getting images. You're going to start feeling energy. When I was doing readings for personal readings, I was really getting the energy of the other person way before. And if before you say you don't feel that, yes, you do. Let me bring it down to, they gave me the example of, when you wake up in the morning, sometimes you can wake up earlier than usual, earlier than your even alarm clock, and you jump out of bed and you're full of energy. And it's one of those days, it's like a part of your higher self already knows. Then there are days you wake up that you're more sluggish, you're tired, you're dragging, and it is like that kind of day. I know people say it's the way you wake up out of bed that sets your day, but sometimes I feel your higher self already knows what kind of day it is. The thing is you're going to be getting a lot. So if you're reading for someone else, you're going to be feeling their energy. You're going to be receiving a lot of signs, symbols, messages. Now you can get, before you do a reading on a channel for yourself or another, pay attention to a couple of words you get, a couple of sentences. You're feeling energy. You could even get an instance of something that you've experienced. You could be receiving lyrics to a song all of a sudden come in your head. For me personally, where I receive is somewhere in the back left of my head. So it's not something you're literally thinking. It kind of just flew in there and your receiver, it just fell in your head. So it could be literal lyrics to a song I often get. You could get words, images, a phrase. You could be feeling the literal energy of the person, or just the energy that surrounds the situation. So you could be feeling all of a sudden very sad. You could be feeling very up. You could feel very energized. Pay attention. So you're just receiving a lot. Even before the reading, it's almost like your guides have stepped in and are already giving you some information, or you're already tapped into that field in prep and you're already receiving. So way before you even do the cards or anything else, pay attention to what you're receiving beforehand, because you're going to see it's going to be used later. Now, that's number one. Number two, preparing yourself and the space. to be clean and clear. So wherever you're going to be doing the reading. So here, if I move these cards, you'll see for every reading, I have just these crystals. You'll see a lot of people already have an altar. They call it an altar. They have a space where they do their readings. Now, you could put whatever you want at your space. I keep it very clear and clean. Now, you can use whatever crystals mean something to you to further support you. I purposely have a lot of selenite. My intention is to be clear. I have the butterflies because I want to feel free in this reading, and I resonate with that, and something sparkly. You want to feel, and these are balancers. So whatever crystals do it for you, and whatever supports you in the moment, that's what you should surround yourself. It should have meaning. It should be crystals. And also clean and clear your space. So wipe down the area. I also always wash my hands before I do a reading. And I also, well, I'll share with you right now, I have my shoes off, and it's something I was doing for a while now, years now. I have to take my shoes off to feel more grounded because I think I'm tapping up high. But I personally have a thing where I'm much more tapped in. My issue is to feel grounded. I have to put more effort in feeling grounded. And you could have that kind of energy about you or personality. I find that when I have my shoes off, I feel more grounded. So whenever I'm receiving, I just feel more grounded. But whatever works for you. But I do have my shoes off for all these readings, and anything you see on the channel, I'm always having my shoes off. You want a clean, clear, altar-like space with and surround it with things that actually support you in the reading, that actually you feel connected and supported through your reading. Okay. So now you're going to choose, or you're going to know the decks that you feel guided to use for the reading and have them already set up. Now you could have, like I've always spoke about, if I have a certain set of decks that I always use together, I keep them in these nice compartments. You can set your decks anywhere. You want to protect your decks. I'm very also much a person, like I touch my decks. I really protect my decks. They're used to your energy and everything else. So you want to really take good care of your decks, first of all. But then choose and know the decks that you already know that you're going to use for the reading. So you could use your intuition and your intuitive guidance on what decks are you going to use for this reading and have them prepared. So you're going to take all the cards out of the deck. And what I usually do is I put them, you're going to line them up on the side of your reading. You want them out of the deck and running along, no matter how many decks you have, either standing up in something or laying flat on the side, for you to easily grab and use and feel guided as you go throughout the reading. So you don't want to be, trying to get into a box and trying to do all of that. No, you want all your decks out of the boxes on the side, running. I have them all running along the left and the right of all the decks that I probably am going to use in the reading. And then as the reading goes, I feel guided on to which decks I use. So get your decks ready, know what decks you're using, get them out of the boxes and get them all ready to go. Because once you're on, it's almost like once you're on the call, once you're doing the reading, you just want to have everything available to instantly grab. So now when people say right before you're about to do the reading, okay, say I'm about to do a reading. Let's tap in, say messages from heaven. So I have the deck out here. Okay, people always talk about what are you saying? How are you protecting yourself before a reading and everything else? This is what I personally say when I'm sitting down to do a reading, right? Before I even start with my intention for the reading or anything else. I sit down to do a reading knowing that you're connected with loved ones passed on, your spirit guides, and your higher self. For you to be as clear as possible to receive love and support to come through for the highest good of everyone. And you trusting all you get and say will be in that flow, and that you will be guided throughout the reading. And that your intention is to be an outpouring of love and support in the reading. And that is what I say. And I say that all above, whether it's in my head or aloud. So whatever, you can tweak whatever you say, but before you start with your cards, you want to make sure you're connecting with your loved ones passed on, your spirit guides, and your higher self. You want to trust and know that you're going to be divinely guided throughout the reading, and it's for the highest good of everyone. You want to be as clear as possible to receive that love and support. and to feel in that flow, and that you trusting you're going to be guided throughout the entire reading. And that is your intention, that you hold that space. So again, like, you could tweak whatever words you want, but make that your intention. That's what you're connecting to. That, and even before you start, now you could say that out loud, whatever you want to say. And you also say it in your head. And I say it in my head even as I'm shuffling. Now, okay, so that's what I do. So now while you're shuffling, you're clearing and setting that intention as well. So I often say too, you want to make sure you're open and clear, but now that you're connecting with your higher self, your loved ones passed on, your spirit guides, and that's where you're connecting to for the good, higher good of all, to tap in and be a loving divine connection and channel for that. As I'm shuffling, the sound of shuffling even helps me clear. You just want to clear out your mind, clear out your heart, clear out. So as you're shuffling, you're clearing. Now, before pulling cards to do it, you can also mention, which I often do before doing a reading, like, when I do an overall spirit reading or anything else, now this is the time before you even start the reading, you can let the person know, or when I do a video on the channel, I say whatever images, whatever I did in prep number 1, where I was just receiving messages before the reading itself, whether it was a song lyric, whether it was a spirit message, whether it was an image, whatever it was, I could declare it, like I could say it even before pulling cards, or I could wait and you'll see. But if you say it before, you'll be really amazed. It ties into the reading. It shows up in the cards. You could also not say it and see what cards come out and use it later. Also, while you're doing the reading, you're going to get flooded with images. You might get song lyrics. You may get a flash of a memory that you've experienced to bring into the reading. Stay an open, clear channel. Like, whatever drops in, remember your intention was to be a loving outpouring, a loving, supportive outpouring. So you use what you get. And there's a trust there involved. So, you'll see whether you declare in the beginning what your images or what you were picking up energy-wise, if you declare it, how it works in the reading, or you could save it for what comes out in the reading. And even during the reading, you're going to get flooded with additional stuff. And there's a trust level in there for you to reveal and just be an outpouring of whatever you're getting. Okay, so now when you're doing the reading, setting the intention and asking specific questions. So what I always say is you can set your intention for what the reading is for, before and all while you're shuffling. So that's what I do. So say, for example, you're asking for guidance are you asking for guidance for the week, for the month? Now, first of all, you ask open-ended questions. So you're not going to ask yes or no. You're going to say, are you asking for guidance for the week or for the month? Or are you just completely open? Now, I get this a lot. If you're just completely open, what I often say is, what should I know right now? Or what would you like to tell me right now? Or what I always say, what love and support wants to come through to keep in my mind and heart right now? And not only do I set my intention on what is the intention of this reading, but then even as I'm shuffling, like, say if I want to say, what love and support wants to come through right now? What love and support wants to come through right now? Right? So I'm saying that's my intention before, and then all during this shuffling, I'm saying that as I shuffle. And there's something about that, holding that in your intention, it helps you also to remain clear. It does, because you're not filling your mind and heart with anything else. So you're just repeating what love and support wants to come through right now. And you don't have to say it out loud. You just say it over and over in your head. So all of this, you can choose to say out loud to the person you're doing the reading, or if it's on your channel, or if you're doing it for yourself, or you can do all this in your head. And why I'm doing it step by step, but it all happens very automatically, very quickly. And you'll see that it's very quickly. You'll see that you're almost have a direct link to your spirit guides, loved ones, passed on, your higher self. It's almost like it's ready already, like they're already on the call waiting for you. You know how people act like you pick up the call to make a call, you have to press the buttons, you gotta wait, it's ringing, but there's something that happens that they're already there, and you're just like, okay, I'm coming to do this reading, and you're getting flooded with images, you're feeling the energy, you know what the sense of the energy is, or you're getting lyrics to a song, or you're getting a message, and then you're clearing your space, and you already feel guided to the decks, and it all happens very quickly. You know exactly how you set up your altar's already there waiting for you. You already are going to be connecting with love and support, and your loved ones passed on, your spirit guides, which you're always connected to anyway. So it's really a matter of you clearing out and making that your intention and just being very clear. So as I shuffle, I find the shuffling helps, and when you just keep repeating, what is the love and support that wants to come through right now? Now, so, and I keep saying you can say all this out loud or just in your head. And you keep doing, so when I do a reading now with that intention, what would you like me to know right now? And I shuffle like this and wait for jumpers. And you keep pulling cards. I always say the reading is not over until it feels over, until it feels complete, right? Until you feel you've got it. Yeah, someone needs your support. Can you help them? We will guide you. We're all helping and supporting each other. If this video can help you and support you with when you're doing readings, that's great. If you feel guided and nudged to help another at this time, we're all being divinely used that way for that. So that's the divine saying, we're going to guide you to help other people at this time, which we're all being used for. But anyway, you keep pulling messages the whole time. So just like a call, it's not over until it's over, until you feel complete and it's over. And the whole thing, the whole time, feel connected, right? Let yourself be a really clear, loving channel to clearly receive all the love, support, and wisdom that wants to come through and be shared through the reading. That is really what it is. And so if you feel guided to pull additional cards, if you feel all your decks are lined up, so it's like, okay, you're guided to help somebody. Let's get an additional message. And maybe you want a message from your guardian angels now. You can use whatever tarot, oracle together. You can feel guided however you go. It's like a conversation. I always say it's like, it's a conversation. You want to just be as clear as possible. You want to feel connected through the entire time. And enjoy the process and enjoy what comes through and trust what you get. And trust if you feel like, say if I'm pulling cards and say I didn't pull anymore, maybe you get guided to another deck. Look, we understand that sometimes you may feel alone, but we're always here reminding you that very often in the physical we feel alone in a lot that we're doing, but that you have love and support all around you. No matter what, they're always there. So look out for signs, symbols, messages. You have tremendous love and support from the divine. Even if you're doing a lot alone in the physical, they're always there. Your loved ones passed on, and they want you to know, focus on the positives. You know there are many as you make your steps and journey. And let's get some guardian angel messages. You know, it just keeps on going like that, but trust where it goes. So this is just a sample, but I'm just saying, so how I shuffle is like this, and I would keep going and pull messages. What love and support wants to come through right now for all of us, and this is what's coming through. You're being guided to help others at this time. People need your help, your support, and we're all divinely being used in that fashion. They understand that sometimes we feel alone with what we're doing in the physical, but they're always there, and they want us to keep focused on the positives no matter what is going on as you make your way. And here we have balance. We have balance. Difference is necessary part of human evolution, and everything in life is comprised of opposites, which together make life whole. If you light a candle in a room already flooded with light, the light of your candle would be indistinguishable from the light which already exists. Because of darkness, we are able to perceive light, and both are necessary. I love that it's because of the darkness that that's light can be actually come in. It would be indistinguishable. You know, this balance is necessary. It's also telling us about this higher perspective to keep, and also shine your light. Your light's needed at this time to help and support others. This light is needed in the darkness, and all is necessary. So there's an acceptance here, knowing that there's divine balance. And what other messages want to come through? For gratitude, here we go. This is the last message. Just I wanted to add it on here. Thank you. This is from your guardian angels. Thank you. This is a heartfelt thanks to you from someone you recently helped in some way. I, your guardian angel, also wish to thank you for the unconditional love you emanate to the earth, humanity, and those around you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You are eternally blessed. May peace, grace, and love forever guide you along your sacred path. And it started with someone needs your support. I have chills. Someone needs your support. Can you help them? We will guide you. And there's gratitude for that when you do that for another. They're thanking you. They're thanking you, honestly. Your guardian angels want to thank you for the unconditional love that you're emanating to earth, humanity, and those around you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You're eternally blessed. May peace, grace, and love forever guide you. Yeah, and you're being guided and loved and supported, but they're definitely thanking you for the help and support you're providing another at this time. So that's just a little added message for all who are here for the video. But I wanted to just give you a breakdown when asked, what do I do before a reading? So that's everything I do before a reading, whether it's on the channel, whether it's for doing a personal reading for someone. whether it's doing a reading for myself. Those are the 5 steps that I do along with what I'm doing, how I'm doing the reading, like what's the intention, how am I even asking the questions, what do I do to prepare, what's coming in. You just want to be a clear, open, loving channel the whole time. And you know, sometimes you're going to be feeling that more than others. And there's sometimes you start a reading and you're not in that energy or in that flow or in feeling that, don't do the reading. I find that too. It's almost like don't take the call. Like, you know, when you have those days, the phone rings and it's like, it's not a good time. Right? It's like you're too embodied of some kind of emotion that you're going through in the physical. It's like, it's not an ideal time to pick up the phone and talk to somebody. You want to be clear, open, loving. So you're doing that prep before, and you'll be amazed what comes out in the readings. You'll be amazed. You know, this was all about prepare to be a clear, loving channel for messages. Whether it's you're sharing it on the channel, you're sharing it, doing it for a personal tarot reading or for yourself. Now, what's really interesting, of the 3 that I mentioned, the channel, a personal reading, and myself, it's amazing doing readings for yourself because you don't have to verbalize, and a lot of the time you could just get a download and you're not struggling for any words to put it into words. There's something so amazing about doing tarot readings for yourself or an oracle reading for yourself because you're just having this telepathic communication download and there are no words. So it is amazing what can come through when you're doing tarot and oracle for yourself. The second favorite, when I do it on the channel, I feel very connected more to, because I'm alone doing the reading, it's almost like I'm as tuned in as I am when I'm doing it for myself, and I'm just freely talking. I don't have someone right there, and I'm more connected with spirit and what I'm getting and less distracted, and it feels more pure, just as like when I do it for myself. I definitely do. Now the third, which is why I don't really love doing personal readings anymore, and I'll tell you why. If you feel energy, before I was doing a personal reading for somebody, I would feel their energy for like 24 hours before I'm even doing the reading. It was like I couldn't wait to get the reading over with because I had to get away from the energy, the energy. Like I said, because the number one thing is before you even do a reading, you're already tapping in, and you're already feeling the energy and getting messages and everything else. And it was like, oh, when I was doing it for other people, it was like it was too much. And I feel that if you're a person who feels energy, very empathic, very sensitive, that's one of your things in life too, that you have to be very protective of your own energy. That's why I always talk about real divine self-care. You have to know what is healthy for you. What's healthy for others may not be healthy for you. You know, and people are better at some things than others, better in a sense of, you know, like is their skill set, or I don't know. I just find that. So in the order of what I personally prefer, I love doing readings for myself and on the channel. The personal readings, you really tap into the person's energy, and it just took a lot out. I also found it draining sometimes too because of what would come out. Something about being as pure and clear and connected and just free was great without one person. So here, like when I'm doing these, it's more collective. I'm more tapping in and just setting it free, and whoever's guided to find it finds it. And I really love it that way. That's where I just stopped doing the personal readings and just started doing this channel or for myself. Like I started steering away from that. And then some people are great at personal tarot readings and doing that for individuals, and you know, are healers and very much on the one-on-one. I just found personally that was just a very personal thing. So I'm just sharing everything. So this was what I do before a tarot reading, preparing to be a clear, loving channel for messages, whether you're doing it for a channel like on a YouTube channel or whatever, or a personal tarot reading for another, or for yourself. These were all the things that I do, and I wanted to share it freely. And feel free, you know, to take what you want, leave the rest, do what works for you. You can, you know, whatever works. I was just asked, what do I personally do? And this is what I personally do, and I wanted to share it if it helps. Okay, and I wish you the best, and enjoy doing tarot readings. I can't say enough about them. Doing it for yourself, others, or through any other channel or medium that you use it for. I thank you so much. Take care. Bye-bye.